they still gotta play us. Let's go, baby. Woo!
Hey, don't run that ball on the one Hubbard, showed you how that go down. Feeling like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. And we always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Jasecki in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi second year, we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of some of the best barbecue around. I know Cap enjoyed it Saturday. Was that Saturday? Yeah, Sunday. Enjoyed it Sunday. So did I. So did Corey Dillon. So did TJ Hushmanzada. It was a great time we had out at Midwest Best Barbecue. Tim and Nicole kept the store open a little bit longer for us so we could hang out and these boys can enjoy some barbecue. I know Agent Ross is there. He enjoyed some ribs. Great place, great family. Make sure you go check out Midwest Best Barbecue. And I ask you the same question every single week. If you have not been out there, why the hell not? Get out there. Tell Tim and Nicole Ice sent you. Also, this show is brought to you by Meyer Windows and Doors. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. Also, my West Side peeps. Looking for a cool little sports bar? Go check out Hail Mary's right in the heart of Cheviot. It's your ticket to the game. They have free parking, beer specials, food trucks, big-ass TV screen. It's a great place to go watch a game or two. Again, that's Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. If you guys missed it last night, I was live down at the Moreland Logger House. I'm doing it each and every Tuesday night from 6 to 8. The happy hour is extended. It starts at 3 o'clock and goes all the way till 9. So what does that mean? That means $5 happy hour special, which means $5 drafts, house wines, well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. Again, that's from 3 to 9, and the show is from 6 to 8. Now, not this week, but next home game. Make sure you get your tickets because we had an absolute blast. If you guys saw any of the videos at the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moorline, the pregame experience, it was unfreaking believable. We got DJ there. Open bar, people. I keep saying that, the two greatest words in the English language. Open bar. The spread of food is amazing. Have DJ there. I do about an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Live show there. And you never know who's going to show up. One of these times when Corey comes back in town, I'll get him to show up there. But he was a little busy. You know, he had Ring of Honor stuff to do. But again, check out more Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreland Logger House, the pregame experience. Go there to any of their social media platforms or mine and get your tickets. It's only $75, people. $75. All you can drink, all you can eat. 3 hours before. What's up to everybody in the chat? Let's roll it up here. You guys are blowing it up. I love it. We got Brad's in there first. Paul Painter. Tony Blazin. Rocket Bangle. My boy Johnny Paps. Big Marshall's in there. Jeff Anderson. And Augie. He made it back to home to New York, which is good. All right, so me and Captain had one of the coolest weekends I think we will ever have in our entire life. Other than, for me, other than getting married and my children being born, it was unbelievable. I got to do so much. I am so freaking tired. I texted Corey today. I was like, I am wore out. He said, you're wore out. I'm running on fumes. That's why I have an energy drink here. So we can keep this going. We're going to try to tell some stories that we're allowed to tell you. We give you our thoughts on the Bengals game and the future. But let's get to the man who got some pretty good news this weekend. I'll let him tell you, because if I always mess up the name of the group. So I'm going to let Cap tell you what group he got drafted into this weekend. Here he is. Here's Bengals Captain. Cap, what is going on, my man?
I'm still not recovered.
You're not. Dude,
Man.
I'm so tired. It's not even funny, dude.
4 hours a day to and from Cincinnati, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it was. Augie just got back. I know he's tired. So, dude, it was all right. So, for me, this is how my weekend started. I had to go to work Saturday, so I had to be at work at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 3 o'clock. I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be at work. And I came home, got cleaned up, got ready, got dressed, took about a 45-minute nap. Maddie picked me up. We went and picked up Corey. Went to the Reds game. we went to the owner's box of I gotta tell this story. We went to the owner's box of the Reds. So it was me, Augie, Maddie, and Corey. We all went up there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I won't go on the field. I'll watch the game from here. They're like, oh no, you can only be here for a little bit. I'm like, what? So they walked us back down. Corey went down, met everybody else, and they went on the field. So I had the bracelet still on. So I'm sitting there, me and Augie still had it on. I'm like, well, let's go at least try to watch the first pitch from back up there. So I walked back up, so I had the bracelet on. They let us in. And I saw everybody else, saw you guys and everybody else. And I go, all right, here's the owner's box. There's nobody in it. There's nobody in the owner's box. It's completely empty. And we have a bracelet saying we're allowed to be in there. So I walk in. I'm like, all right, cool. And I see you guys. I'm like, come on, guys, come on. And not everybody had bracelets, but, some of you had bracelets. So I got everybody in. And then this dude right here runs out to the front of the owner's box where the chairs are and starts yelling, Corey! So we all we all run there. We all start cheering Corey. He sees us, he waves at us, and all of a sudden see the guy next to him going, security, they're not supposed to be up there. So the lady who was really nice in there, and it's not her fault, it's her job. She stuck her head, she stuck her head out the door. You guys gotta be quiet. We can't, cheer up here. It's the owner's box. We're like, okay, we can't cheer.
And she said that this is the owner's box. And in my head, because it was an owner's box, I heard, this is the owner's box. Like the cartoon rich person.
We can't cheer up here.
Excuse me.
Exactly. So then, no more than 2 seconds later.
Me anywhere.
No, Matty got a phone call, and he's like, all right, I understand. Guys, we got to go. We can't see the first one. No, we got to go. Like, damn, we got kicked out of the owner's box.
I was just very loud.
Yes, we're not allowed to cheer. And we're at a baseball game. Our friend is throwing out the first pitch, and we can't cheer for him. So we ran downstairs, and we got to see their first pitch. But that was the start of our weekend. So first time last time I'll ever be in the Reds owner's box, which is very nice very nice suite and everything. No idea why. But my question, Caps, they gave me the wristband. Well, I can only be up there for so. They didn't take the wristband away from me. So, why couldn't I go back up there? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were a little surprised at how many Corey Dillon supporters were
how many people I snuck in?
Yeah, we don't normally feel like they should have looked at me like, we don't normally allow people like you in this box.
Exactly.
We were gonna dirty up the place or something, which
right.
She did not act like that.
No. She was. They all were very nice up there. Yes,
I just had to laugh because, we've all been there. I feel like I was fortunate to make way more money than I should have ever made in my entire lifetime when I worked at Chase in mortgage sales. And the first time that I'm walking around with gaping holes in my jeans and I don't know, kind of a cheesy Affliction t-shirt. And I'm walking around Saks Fifth Avenue looking at Giorgio Armani suits. Literally nobody came anywhere near me to ask.
Excuse me, sir. Are you allowed to be here? I mean, this is for sophisticated people.
He's looking at stuff he can't afford. Meanwhile, I was looking to buy 4 or 5, just to stock the closet. And we've all been there.
So if any of the Reds management or anything or anybody that's watching, I apologize. I thought we could go up there at least watch the first pitch.
I'll take. Yeah, I like getting loud. I realize baseball isn't like that. We don't have to yell.
It is when defense,
I go there. But Corey, we have to.
We're yelling Corey. We're yelling cheer for Corey. So like I said, you were loud, and I kind of snuck people in. I wasn't supposed to sneak in, but that's okay. It is what it is, man.
Was smuggling people. He's a people smuggler.
I was like, come on, Eric. You're good. We all good. Like, yeah, come on. There's nobody in there.
Owner's box. Smuggler you need.
I was like, whatever, dude. Because I'm like, if I'm in there, when's the other time that you guys are going to be able to get in? So I was like, just come on. I'm like, Anyway, so we did that. Corey threw a strike, even though we all gave him shit. He said he wasn't allowed to throw from the rubber on the mound, which I've seen people do. I think I'm calling bullshit, Corey. I think you're allowed to. He just didn't. But he threw a strike, and then he's like, let's get the heck out of here. And Cap, trying to get him out of there was like herding cats, dude. I mean, once everybody figured out it was him, there was, Corey, can you sign this? Corey, can you take this picture? And, dude, he stopped, talked to everybody, signed where they wanted to sign, took a picture with them. I mean, he could be nicer. I'm kind of like, we're trying to go. Like, let's go. So I told him that's my statement I always tell him. I said, will you stop being Corey Dillon for once? He's like, I can't.
No, we did. We had to play security, like, stand in front. Maybe nobody will see him, but it was funny. The Browns fan that come up,
yes,
and he just starts walking away. He's like, oh hell no, and just walks away, completely joking the entire time.
Right.
But he kept the thing going a little longer than I would have. I'm like, he's not serious. No,
is he really not going to sign that?
he got a picture of the guy and everything. It was funny. I mean, anybody who's been a fan of football is a fan of Corey Dillon with the way he played.
Absolutely. So then where are we going? Oh, yeah, we went up to made it up to Brink Brewery, and we got to try the Dillinator beer. So to Corey, and you gave him. I got that video on my phone or it's on Twitter or Facebook. Augie had it of you giving him the Corey Dillon jersey there. That was pretty freaking cool. He was very, very happy and pleased to have to drink the Dillinator beer. And he liked it, and it was a game used jersey, right? Wasn't that what it was?
No. It was like one of our jerseys,
okay.
But it was the really high end stitched Reebok, that are freaking impossible to find. And I'm like that. I get to hoarding stuff, and then and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't need all this. It's like, all right. So luckily, Corey's been hitting the weights and hitting the golf course and do a lot of the walking, and he slimmed down. So the draft, which is weird, I know this man's sizes now. The draft party, he comfortably wore a 54 jersey that he signed, gave back to me and signed, and now that'll be hung up in my man cave once I get that finished.
I got my signed one back
52.
there.
52. Mm-hmm. He's like, I've been slimming down some.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, we're about to see. He fit it. It looked perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. So he is now a 52. If y'all ever want to buy him like a size jacket or anything like that, Corey Dillon wears a 52. He's got a birthday coming up.
Exactly.
So
yeah, he's gonna be 50. He's older than me again. So I tell you, we all split. Corey went back to the hotel, and you and me busted our ass to try to get down to Oktoberfest because Sarah Lise asked us to be in the chicken dance. And dude, you and me were wore out. We parked in, what is that? Is that lot? What lot is that?
Lottie, but
Lottie.
Sweat our tails off. Sorry, Sarah, we missed the
we tried
chicken dance, but it ended up looking like, seeing the video, it looked like a very small stage. Would have been slightly uncomfortable adding more bodies.
We about to knock each other off.
I'm gonna grab arm in arm, possibly with people who don't want me to. I don't care. I'm like that. So it was probably best. But good walk back. I tell you, everybody, I can be, I won't say weird, but it's like the big personality in the suit. That's literally who I can be out of the suit. If you've ever seen me like the night before, but Jeff's a pro at this stuff, and also very loud and also very boisterous and everything. The walk back, man, we're talking about life. We're going to get to something that I got to have some fun with. And the reason that I guess accepted it was because advice he gave me. Just chill and sit on the steps. It's like you forget that we're all really good, like Bengals friends.
Mm-hmm.
But you forget that we're also a lot of really good dudes, and good people flock to good peoples. Everybody in chat, you watch this show for Jeff, a little bit for me, probably a lot for Corey. But
yeah, it's mostly Corey.
we're your type of dudes, whatever. So you probably share some of the same ideals, some of the same. So we can have a beer and talk about anything, have a good time. I appreciated being able to get to know Jeff on the walk back, even though we both stunk. We were both sweating. we had to kind of like dry off in order to get into the Ring of Honor dinner.
Yeah, we would have smelled a little better.
The next story.
All right, so we got all cleaned up, everything. We went to the Ring of Honor, and we got there. The cool thing is it was roped off, and I've never in my life been in an area where it's roped off. That's just I was allowed to go there. I mean, I just got kicked out of the Reds owner's box the same day. So we went to Corey's table and we sat there, and we're getting closer and closer to time, and we're all going, "Where the hell is Corey at?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So I started calling him. I texted him, nothing, no answer. Called him, no answer. Called him again. Called him again. I mean, we're within like, I don't know, 45 minutes of a starting probably cap, something like that.
He was good. I mean, we can embellish a little bit the other way. Yeah, he was good. He was fine. We were ready to call in.
You were going to call the hotel and go wake him up.
We were ready, but hey, he came in on the red eye.
He came in.
Ran
he was
him
tired.
all over the place. Poor guy.
He was tired.
It was, but you know what? It was one of those moments that only we all could have. It's like, of course, there's some kind of hilarity in what would have been an otherwise just absolutely normal night.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to his oldest daughter. I know him. Is her name? Cameron. That's it.
My wife bragged about her.
Yeah, Cameron is awesome.
Much.
All his kids. We met all three of his daughters. We'll get to that part too. But Cameron, thankfully, she heard the phone ringing and woke his ass up. Got him here. Got to sit there through the Ring of Honor. Got to watch the great Tim Crumbright go through, and then got to watch Corey go through, and it was cool seeing Agent Ross there, and that's one of his dudes, and have him be able to go up there and say some nice words about him, and it was just an unbelievable experience. I've been doing all the talking. What was your experience at the table cap?
I'm trying to these dogs.
That's all right.
I got a delivery. Hold on. All right. Like I've yelled enough. Real quick. Before the
let's go get
stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Holmes bumped into Katie Blackburn. She's awesome. Glad that she hugged you.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
Chatted. I didn't realize. Is it really her birthday today?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, Holmes, I believe you.
Yeah.
I just if just a quick confirmation, everybody, because she does have that rarely used Twitter account.
Ooh, she does.
And I literally have not been online.
I have a little bit.
Much.
But I've been trying to stay up. I'm getting a lot of
holy cow.
hates. I'm getting a lot of hate from Chiefs fans.
And next year we ought to throw her. Man, if the Bengals fans could get together and throw her like a surprise party for 60. But
yeah, we can talk about it on here because she doesn't watch the show, so it's fine.
Hey, you'd be surprised at all the. All right, so it is KB Bengals. What a great handle. Simple to the point.
I think I follow
KB Bengals.
Let me look here. Do I follow that?
Okay, so I sent that out. Holmes, thank you. So we get a little extra love started on Twitter because you called out her birthday. I need to get better at birthdays. I don't even remember my own.
You know who's really good at it is Greg Luther.
Greg is amazing.
He's awesome.
He's so thoughtful about that. And not that I think I'm not thoughtful, but I just
you just forget. I forget. And like dude, when Greg will wish people happy birthday, I'm like, oh yeah, hey, happy birthday.
Yep. But yeah, the Ring of Honor thing. First of all, yeah, absolutely amazing. I'm sitting at a table that says Corey Dillon Reserve.
I know, wasn't that cool?
and we're the reserves.
Us.
Yeah. It was great. He sat beside to my left, and just to make sure we had enough room. Jess was working, and it got there late. And
yeah, you guys shared a
yeah,
seat.
shared a chair. You know,
I was trying to let you share a chair with me, but you didn't want to.
everybody heard the song "Little Booties Matter." You know, hey, the stories were absolutely incredible. You know, from
Yes, sir.
you know, Corey talking about himself. I think it was who? Was it Joe Denman that
Yeah, Joe Damon
had,
up there. Yeah.
had talked to his mom?
Yeah.
You know, that was a touching story, and you know, some of the things that, you know, maybe he didn't realize people were watching, and how he gave some kind words to a kid at one of his camps who happened to be the son of the governor. Didn't matter to Corey. Just, you know, showing love, and
Just being Corey.
Yeah, a lot of great, you know, sentimental moments, a lot of funny moments. There were quite a few funny stories with Tim Krumrie and, you know, his crazy teammates and them going out drinking, things like that. Of course, I posted with Chris Collinsworth talking about Jeff Ruby, you know, coming after the Super Bowl, the you know, broken leg, and acting like he worked for the team or whatever, and making sure the guy had a 6-pack and a TV to watch the rest of the game. And then Jeff Ruby quote tweeted on Twitter, on X, and said, absolutely true story. I lied and said I was part of the medical staff, acted like a doctor.
He did. That's one of Conjur's story. That's funny.
Which I just ran into Jeff Ruby last night at the 40 Under 40 Awards, because his son he was a award winner for you know, outstanding leadership and up and comers and, you know, under 40 executives. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, Jeff Ruby's a trip, all fun. And then, you know, once everything's over, we go upstairs and Corey was
late.
Record.
Yeah, because he was supposed to do that before, but he was late, so he went. Yeah, he had to go make some videos. So we're all hanging out there. And I was doing. Look, guys, I was doing good, and I've been up since 3:00 in the morning. So it's an open bar, and yeah, I had fun. I'll just put it that way. I kept getting fed drinks. I got to hang out with Anthony Ross. The line for people to take pictures with TJ Houshmandzadeh was freaking ridiculous. And he stood there and took everybody's picture, and it was very cordial, very nice. It was an awesome, awesome night. Then so we hung out there. We gave Corey the Hall of Fame belt that Matty Myers made him. So a whole bunch of people, I know Jess took a picture with it. Other people took a picture with it. Go ahead. So then we're heading back, and we took a big. It's I think Greg Luther tweeted the picture out. I know I retweeted it, and I sent it to Corey, and I think Corey tweeted out as well. We took a big group picture with all of us afterwards. So then we headed out, and I vaguely remember going home. That's the only time all weekend I really got kind of messed up, but it was an absolute blast. So I got home. I don't know what time I'm curious when Cap gets back to find out what time he got home, because I got home. It was probably 10:30 or 11, I think, when I got home. And like I said, I've been up since 3:00. So the next day, we had this set up to go play golf with Corey. So my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. And again, I only got like a half hour nap, if that. Thanks, Augie. Said I was good. Hey, what's up, Eversol? What's going on? Eversol he was one of the crew. He's with us 90% of the time. So yeah, we're back. So I got to get up at 6 in the morning. I had to go pick up Augie because Matty had to go get some of his friends, and we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So all right, I'll go back to that. So like Augie says, we did a horrible clean job of Matty's car. We did. So getting out of the car, according to Matty, they take it as what it's worth. A whole bunch of beer cans fell out of the car. I don't know where they came from. I'm just saying they all fell out, and we cleaned them up. So I had to get up at 6 in the morning and go golf. Kat, what time did you get home Saturday night? Because I got home about, I think it was like 10:30, 11, something like that. What time did you get home Saturday night?
It was 2 something.
All right, so I'll let you take the story from here, because you had an interesting drive home. Why you weren't able to make it to golf outing? Don't some fast food experience. We don't have to say the name of the restaurant.
So, no, it was Wendy's.
There you go.
Should have stopped at Skyline a bit.
You should have stopped the Skyline.
No, but yeah, I don't know if you talked about, but like all the legends that were kind of there, Corey, stuff like that. Man, you want to talk about some good dudes?
Oh, dude, they treated us. Nobody big timed us. They all just sat there and bullshitted with us. It was, we're nobody. Yeah, we're nobody.
Shout out Mad Backer, Adrian Ross.
Yeah, Adrian. I love that dude. Oh, that dude's awesome.
He is a cool dude. He's funny. I mean, they're all absolutely amazing.
And we got video. He's got video proof that he beats Corey in Madden. Just saying.
Yeah, we're all gonna have to start playing Madden.
I don't think we're gonna catch up to them.
But no, like I felt bad, and I get FOMO, I get jealous. I want to be a part of everything, and I can't. And this was unfortunately my own doing. But stopped by Wendy's on the way back, and I should have. The red flag was I ordered whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're only fries and nuggets right now." I'm like, "What? What do you mean? This is like a protocol?
What kind of Wendy's was this?"
I'm just imagining like somebody got a nuclear fallout warning somewhere, like we're only fries and nuggets right now. Attention, only fries and nuggets. Like, sirens going off. I have no idea. But I was starving.
You should have pulled out and left. Went somewhere else.
Fries and honey barbecue nuggets. Like, all right. So, all right, pull forward. It's like, hey, it's going to be about 6 minutes on the honey barbecue. We only have spicy. I'm like, give me spicy. I'm freaking starving.
I just need something to get home.
Exactly. So obvious red flags up to that point, and then I drive off and I've got the nuggets, and they're a little cool. I wouldn't say cold. They're not warm. They're a little cool. Like a just beginning fall breeze kind of temperature. And
they've been sitting around for a while.
I feel it probably all day. Tasted great. But that next morning I woke up and I think I described it as, if everybody remembers Lethal Weapon 2 when Murtaugh is on the toilet and Riggs is getting, I mean that was basically me, other than the fact that I was sweating like him, but I was also crying. And there was no Riggs to pull me into a tub, because
I wasn't there.
If that had happened, we'd have just been two dudes in a tub filled with So anyway, I missed golf.
You missed golf, yes.
But I'm thankful I made it to Midwest Best. Yeah. Now, obviously, someone was late again, but it just gave me more time to sit there.
He was a lot late.
Amazing food. I had a brisket sandwich that was great, and mac and cheese.
So one thing, let me tell you about the golf outing real quick. So so I didn't.
Well, there. Go ahead.
Well, okay. So I want to get to Eversole. So I had to get up at 6 a.m. and pick up Augie. Eversole here, our dude. He said he picked up Corey at 6:30 in the morning. He walked downstairs with a Dillinator in his hand. 6:30 in the morning. That's my dude. All right, so that's how he started out the morning. So we get there, and everybody who's coming is there, except for Cap. So we get out there, and Agent Ross is supposed to show up, but Ross didn't get home until later, so Ross didn't show. So I jumped in the cart with Corey, and I rode around with him, and we had an absolute blast. I mean, I don't really think anybody played all that great because we were all tired or hungover from the night before, but we had an absolute blast. Corey had fun. If you guys ever want to go golf with somebody cool, go golf with Matty Myers. Matty cracks me up on the golf course. He was so fun. Yeah, you're right, Augie. It's great beer. Yeah, Dillinator is some great beer. Better go get some from Brink Brewery. All right, so got done with the golf outing.
Well, real quick though. Someone, and first of all, Mike, I love you, man. I'm not over on Facebook right now, so I can't comment directly.
Hold on, real quick. So Eversole, you guys, I filmed all day. They're gonna have a show come out called, I hope I said Getting Around. That's coming out. And I filmed everything. I got so much footage. Good luck to you guys editing that. So there will be a show coming out called Getting Around. You guys will have to definitely watch that, and you guys can see us what we did, how it was playing. So anyway, I want to put that out there. I don't know.
I can't wait to see where they take that show.
Yeah.
Because Who Dey Darth, because I love the idea, and it's going to be
awesome.
fun. And I honestly feel like the whole idea and the vibe, it could turn into something huge.
Yeah. So when they get it all edited, they get the
Mike,
first show out there. They'll come. I'll get him and Rob on the show, and they'll talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
we could say we knew Mike and Robert before they got famous, but,
before they blew up. Just remember us peons before you guys get big time.
so that we don't spoil the potential video. All I'm gonna say is Robert hit a deer in the ass.
He did. He did. And I got it on film. I got that on film too. I forgot about that. Yes.
Midwest Best. We'll just drop that one, run away.
Yeah, we'll go. So you guys got to watch the video. So Corey's tired. Corey said, we're trying to get him up to Midwest. That was the plan to go to Midwest Best to hang out there and watch football. I didn't. Well, if I was told this, I didn't remember. Olivia Ray for Channel 5 to be there. She's waiting on us. So Corey's like, Sorry, Olivia. I didn't know. And Corey was tired. Corey was done. Corey
knew, but Corey was on Corey time.
Yeah, Corey's on Corey time. I think Corey forgot. Corey's too tired. Like I said, he didn't get a whole lot of sleep. He said, guys, I need about 3 or 4 hours sleep. And Corey time, that probably means like 6 or 7 or however long it was. So I was like, all right. So we all went out. Augie jumped in the truck with me, and we went out to Midwest Best. Maddie was old and tired, and he went home. So I'm calling Cap, saying, hey, we're on our way. And I told him, Corey will be later. He goes, and that's what he told me Olivia Ray was there. I'm like, well, he's going to come back later. So we get there, we start hanging out and eating. And Greg was there, Pork Chop was there, Eversol showed up, Robert showed up later, you were already there. Satori showed up. I think that's everybody that was there. But if I forgot somebody, I'm sorry. So we're sitting there hanging out, eating delicious wings at Midwest Best, having fun in the Dillon wings. And Tim and Nicole were really tired. They had been there like all day cooking and stuff because just other stuff was going on.
It was like all weekend. Because,
all weekend, yeah.
Tis the season, stuff's going on, activities. So, they're covering shifts, and they had very little sleep.
Yeah.
Just were troopers. Eventually had to go and take a nap. Mm-hmm. But shout out to the staff.
Oh, they were great.
Very young staff.
Mm-hmm.
Who, despite everything, they looked excited to be there.
Yeah.
They were excited to have Corey and all the legends there.
Well, they hadn't got there yet. This is all just hanging out with us. We're nobody, and they're treating us good, too.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'll wait till about, me and Cap's like, all right, we'll wait till about 4:45, 5 o'clock. I think Tim and Nicole left. I can't remember if he told me this or he texted us this. I can't remember what. The store only opens till 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, all right. So I start calling Corey and texting him. It gets to be 4:45, 5 o'clock, 5:30. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, all right, well maybe he's not coming. He's not coming. That's fine. No big deal. He's wore out. I get it. I was gonna hang out till the restaurant closed anyway. So it gets around 5:45, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. Finally, Corey texts me. Hey. We're coming, and I'm bringing my whole family. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. He said, ask them if they can keep the restaurant open for a little bit. I'm like, all right. Well, they left already. So I texted him and said, hey, Corey's come with his whole family. He wants to know if you guys could stay open for a little bit. And Tim texted me back. He said we don't have a staff to do it. He said order the food. You guys can go out on the outside patio and you can hang out there as long as you want. And we're like, all right. So we're sitting there waiting. All of a sudden, this nice black SUV pulls up. And this giant-ass dude gets out of the car. And I'm going, oh, is that Corey? I'm like, nope, that's too big to be Corey. I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. Then all of a sudden, I'll never forget this, TJ Hushmanzada gets out of the car going, hey, and we met TJ the night before. He walks straight up to me. I'm standing there. He walks up straight up to me. He shakes my hand. He's like, his words, he goes, because it's 45 minutes from downtown where they're staying at the Midwest Best. He goes, this shit better be good. I'm like, it is, dude. I said, but you guys got to get in there, hurry up and order something because they're going to close soon. So Cap and his family Corey and his family are still coming. So I'm like, man, I say, I text Corey, I was like, can I order you something? He goes, I want 80 Dillinator wings. I'm like, 80? I'm like, are you sure? So I go there. I said, do you have 80 Dillinator wings? She goes, the girl eyes get about this big. She goes, I don't know. I'll look. So she would look. She goes, we can do 75. I text him, I said, they can do 75. He goes, all right. So he orders 75 Dillinator wings. I don't know how much food TJ ordered. He ordered so much food, he was giving it away. He couldn't eat it all. So between that, while we're waiting for Corey to get there, I texted him, and then you finally called him, and it's like, I'll let you have the conversation. You tell the conversation. You got to talk to Tim how you got him back there.
Oh no, Tim was like, all right, hey, let the staff know, they're good to put chairs up and go and we're coming back here in about 5 minutes. So, trust me, a lot of us have worked in restaurants at some point in our lives, and I have too. So, the two girls up front taking orders, I heard them whispering about Corey. I'm like, do you want a photo with him?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. Do you think he'd mind? I'm like, Corey.
Yeah.
And he turns out, Corey's just feeling it. He's in a good mood. He's like, what?
Well, he had sleep. Well, none of us had sleep. He had
Comes
sleep.
over, takes a picture with them. Everybody in the back, he notices he's peering through like a little window that you can barely see, but you see all these little faces back. He's like, I see y'all back there. Come on. You want to come out. Gets a picture with them. And then all those Corey Dillon cards that we showed, that we went through on this show, I should have got them out to him much sooner, but you never know. Maybe he would have left them,
he left the belt.
So the night before at Brink, he signed a whole bunch of them. So I had enough for the staff. So everybody got an autographed Corey Dillon card. They were working their tails off. They stayed later. They had this gigantic order at the end of the night, which me in the restaurant, you know what, Jeff? I didn't even get one.
How did you not get one? You gave me this one. You should have got one.
I did not keep one aside for myself. But anyway, whoever walks in last and wants a whole bunch of food at closing time, might find stuff in their food. Like, I never did that.
No,
but, I know how it is.
Oh yeah, you're like, screw this. I'll go home.
That staff was amazing.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun. They got a little bit of reward. They said Tim was saying that one of them called their dad, oh, you won't believe this, blah blah blah. So absolutely amazing night. The vibes were immaculate. It's just a good group of people to be around.
Yeah.
Oh, and his family is amazing.
So the big guy, the big 6'7" guy is his brother.
Yep.
Chuck, and he looks dead on him.
He's funny, and
he's funny as hell, dude. He's cool as hell too.
He is happy to be there.
Yeah,
just was a great mood all weekend long, laughing, smiling.
Two of Corey's cousins were there from Seattle.
Yep.
And I
very
can't
cool
think of the names right now. They were awesome.
Yep.
All three of his daughters were there.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it as a father. I don't have kids, but at Corey's age, they could be my daughters. Absolutely beautiful daughters.
Oh yeah,
his
and the nicest and coolest
amazing.
People. Yeah, they're great. The cool thing, TJ was standing out in front because we got all the guys. We got Ross, TJ, and Corey all to take a picture with Tim and Nicole. And they posted that. And then I don't know, for a half hour more, TJ just stood out there and just BS with us, and it was just
TJ was telling stories that fill in gaps in my
knowledge,
some of my secret stories, and just in awe. We can't tell you these stories. Those are the ones I can't tell you. He didn't have to talk.
No, but I'm not telling them.
I'll say this during the Ring of Honor, TJ repeatedly, more than once, talked about props to the Brown family, the Blackburns specifically, calling out Elizabeth and Katie for, having the Ring of Honor, for all of the improvements made, things like that. He recognizes he was there for some of the drama. He recognizes it's a different team now.
Yep.
But, he made an emphasis on it's a different team now. So, he knows what all went down and everything
from
else.
some of the stories we heard. Yeah, we know.
It's crazy to be and through my years I've been involved in conversations and it's just crazy. So yeah, where we talked about when I was up at Wilson, the Wilson factory, and talking to Jordan Palmer, we talked about that a little bit. It was just crazy.
No, Chad did not come. He did not come. No.
So he was there Monday night, but we did not get to see him.
No.
Ocho is, if y'all didn't know, a little bit more of a private dude. I was surprised when I ran into him at Holy Grail last year, the year before, with TJ. I was surprised to see him there. That's a lot of people that can be in Grail, and he was hanging out there a lot of times. I've noticed he'll like smaller, more private venues.
Yeah, that's one of the things that TJ was telling us about him. All right, so we ended. They jumped in the car, went back to the hotel, and I got home probably like 9 o'clock. So then I got to actually sleep in a little bit. Cap still didn't get to sleep in because he lives in Columbus. So got ready. I got ready, and I went to. I'll tell you what I did, and then you tell what happened to you. So I got ready. I brought all my equipment down and got ready for the tailgate, which if you guys don't know what it is, it's the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell club at Moline House, the pregame experience. Get your tickets, $75, open bar. We had a great time. So I got down there. Corey texted me and said, he's like, Jeff, he goes, they effed up my time. He goes, I can't come. I got to be at the stadium at 5:15. And our tailgate started at 5 o'clock, so there's no way he could do it. So that's what I kept saying. I think Corey's going to be there, but I wasn't sure because he wasn't exactly sure.
I knew that would happen. Yeah,
I had a feeling he wasn't going to be able to come, but he told me when we left Sunday. He said I'll be there. As long as something.
Oh yeah, if he could have, he would have.
Oh, if he could have, he definitely would have. I mean, if he could have, he would have went down to lot 1, and he would have came up to mine. He would have done it if he could have, but he couldn't do it.
Hey,
so anyway, I had a great time there.
Anybody in chat? Get the word out. If you all know of anybody that might want to make money that's got one of those little buggy bicycle things,
we talked about that.
Transport people, because I'll tell you right now, for me, the walk from our lot to Moorline sucked. It wasn't terrible. I'll do it again.
It's a little bit of a walk.
But there's a huge opportunity for somebody to take people to ride them back and forth, and man, I would do that. I'd hop in one of those bad boys in a heartbeat. That would be amazing. So if anybody knows anybody, it might take some time to get, but please help out. That would be sweet.
Yeah, you were saying that as we were walking out of the game because there was one sitting right there. All right, so that's what I did, and then I got ready to walk in again. You tell what happened to you at Lot 1, Bomb Squad.
Claude Williams hopped in chat. What up?
What's up, Claude? What's going
on? So I don't know if you all don't know, but there's an organization, Pro Football Ultimate Fans Association, that is, it was started by a group of fans that were honored by the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, there's a Hall of Fans. And so they kind of started kind of a larger group, and you get a draft card. I might even have it close by. Oh, yeah. You literally get a draft card.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an organization, with the Bengals group, so many. It used to be all Bomb Squad from Lot 1 and Bomb Squad West. People don't realize that the tailgate got so big we had to split it up 2 separate lots.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got out in the West, we've got us, and we've been going as what's called like an MVP, invited to go hang out. Mike Eversole, in the Facebook end of this is, which real quick, let's see, he paid a guy $60, walked over to Dick's Chili to drive the rest of the way on one of those bikes.
Yep.
Oh, hey, well, Mike is also very generous. So
Mike is
I'm
awesome.
not saying that that's what they'd be getting every single time. I don't think they charge that, but Mike is very, very generous. So good on you, Mike. And though that is the best way to move around. We need more people doing those.
You need your scooter.
Yeah, hey, I didn't even bring it. Well, I didn't bring it because I'm thinking, well, if Corey Dillon uses it and like somehow injures himself, I would never
Damn it! Give us that draft card back.
I had seen Jess. We were in Tampa Bay, I believe, and right before leaving, sorry, Jess, if I'm telling the story, but we're getting toward the hotel, putting along at a pretty good pace, and for some reason she just doesn't let off the gas. Head straight for the curb. But to her, so she got a Louis Vuitton purse, which they're not cheap. To her credit, protects it and rolls.
She took the roll
that she didn't want to fumble. Not a scratch on the purse, and only maybe a little red area on her arm.
She's kind of an athlete.
Once I realized, I'm like, babe, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's fine. And I look, then I'm like, why?
Why?
Hauling ass straight for her, whatever.
Hit the
brake. No attempt to slow down, nothing. Just staring at the curb hey, let's do this.
Exactly.
Me versus curb.
There you go.
It was great. But anyway, yeah, I brought back memories, and I was worried that, if anything happened, of course. Anyway, so yes, Pro Football Fan Association, Houday Baby sponsored me. And so rather than being an MVP, I'm going to be official, I believe. I think it's a draft card because if I go absolutely ape shit and Rasheed Rice everything and drinking and driving and speed, that they can revoke that. So I don't think this is.
But I don't think we have to worry about you doing that.
Yeah, if I am how I normally am, then I'll be part. And it's a great group. A lot of people focused on charity. The organization as a whole will do some fundraising, and then a lot of individual. But over the years, I've got to know so many great fans from other fan bases, and you develop relationships and friendships where hey, you're in town, man, you got a place to stay, and everybody's always inviting. That's one of the biggest reasons that I like to go to away games are all the people that I've met through PUFA. So we're probably going to Carolina. I've been saying we're going to the Panthers game, and then some big news at work happened today. I'm like, I should probably stay home and work for the benefit of my career, but I'm probably going to end up going to Carolina. But
Bengals always win.
It's tough, but yeah, some of my favorite people are in North Carolina.
And hey, if you guys are looking to get tickets, fans of Cincy still have tickets available. If you want a great ticket package, go check them out on their. I tweeted it out earlier today. Check it out on my Twitter feed. So I don't know how many tickets they got left, but I know they still have some tickets left. You can go see the first win of the season for the Cincinnati Bengals. So once you get this draft card, what's the next step? What do you have to do after that?
Because we went to the 40 under 40 to honor all of our friend Bridget, who's on Twitter last night. I am now going to, after the show, catch up on some messages and stuff. But there's some instructions, which. The irony, I feel like maybe I should have tried to get in sooner because the font is so small on this.
You got a bunch of glasses on.
Like I might be too old to be in it.
To see it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a website and everything. They do, they do a really good show. The big thing every year and I haven't been able to do it for a couple of years because of the Pelotonia ride is that same weekend. And we like raising money for cancer too, but there's a J-Babe Center, like a rec center in Canton. In the Canton area, it doesn't have a ton of money, but we all get together, we all dress up, all these crazy fans, and the kids come through this gymnasium and walk by and, maybe get stuff from fans, and the kids get to meet all the crazy outfits and take pictures, whatever. But they get school supplies, backpacks, they get bikes, they get toys, they get just a great way to kick off the school year. And that's really fun to be part of because the kids are always excited. And, a lot of them are big football fans, and you see who they like, who they don't like, and always a good time. So it's an honor to be asked. A lot of good people that I know are in it, and it's an exclusive group. So
Big John was on the show Friday talking about it.
Yep. Claude Williams, well deserved. Thank you so much. Mike Eversole is FN stoked for me. And Mike is the exact. I mean, you all are great fans. It's open to everybody. I know Mike's dedication. You know why I love Mike so much is I've seen him when he's not been, he doesn't know I'm watching, and the way he treats everybody, the way he tries to invite everybody into his family, and that family is Houday Nation. He's the exact type of person that he's going to be in. I mean, everybody loves him.
He's an awesome dude. He's an awesome
for
dude.
him to be stoked, I'm honored. And Rebecca's in. Yay. Hey, and Rebecca, I saw that comment. COD. Hey, gotta brush up, get back in the COD, get the trigger finger happy there. Paul Painter, thank you. Houday, thank you, Rock and Bengal.
Brad said you need a magnifying glass like the rest of us.
Well, I mean, so here part of this is I'm a nerd, and I really think this stuff works, but I have them sitting on my desk. One of them is readers, but the middle one, the yellow ones, those are my gaming glasses. That's when I want to lock in.
Now that's a true nerd right there. You got gaming glasses. That's my dude right there.
3 KD ratio. So yeah.
All right, so that all happened, and then we started walking into the game. One of the cool things for me, this is one that this show is so cool of the people that just because of the people I've gotten to meet. So I've gotten to be pretty cool with Andrew Dawkins, the WWE wrestler. He's part of the Street Profits. I'm walking in and my phone's going off like, see who? I'm like, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's Andrew Dawkins. I'm like, hey! So I got to say who back to him. I got to tell you this too. I forgot. So Maddie bought Corey Dillon a Ring of Honor WWE wrestling belt type thing. It's cool as hell. Corey forgot it. So Maddie gave it to me, so I'm carrying it going into the game. And everybody's like, oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I like the button. So I'm walking into the game. And unfortunately, I don't stay at 158 anymore, so I got to walk up the stairs. So I'm wore out by the time I get up to my seats. I get up there, and this guy, the guys who sit next to us, they brought an extra guy, or had extra tickets. They brought one of their buddies, and he saw my belt. And he goes, "That is so cool." I said, "Yeah, it's." I said, "It's actually Corey's." So he looked at me like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know Corey Dillon?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to try to give it to him. We're supposed to take it last night." So he was stoked. He took a picture of the belt and everything, and it was fun. So the game happened. Halftime, I walked my big ass down because I was going to be close to the stage because I was hoping Corey was walking in from 158. I didn't know they walked from the other side. I was hoping I could give him the belt, and plus I wanted to be close to this guy right here when this happened because me and him and Corey have been on the show together for the last year on a consistent basis. So I want to be next to him. And if you guys want to hear some cool stuff, some great reaction, go follow Cap on Twitter. He was live streaming while Corey's getting the belt or getting into the Ring of Honor and everything. And it was an awesome experience. It was so cool to actually see a guy on the field that you actually know, to get his props. It was so neat. And I forgot about the funniest thing is when they did the Ruler of the Jungle, Corey broke the stick. Did you? Corey,
yeah,
he slammed it down and broke the top off.
Head popped off.
He popped the head off. I was like, when I get to talk to him about it again, because where we were at later on that night, it was kind of hard to talk. So anyway, what was your experience about watching the Ring of Honor ceremony?
So everybody write this down. I'm guessing it's going to be the next From the Jungle.
Yeah.
But there might be some surprises. I may have had a mic. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It was a loss. So maybe they'll wait for something else. But yeah, the ceremony, of course, I'm a wimp, so
he was crying.
I mean, it's just, again, I have a pretty good, I don't know, I separate fan and friend, and that was kind of like a combined moment where, hey, times were lean back there as a Bengals fan, and I mean, hell, times were lean for my family back then as a Bengals fan. It literally, like, we couldn't get down for a game. We couldn't afford tickets. There was a lot going on, but Corey Dillon was always there to cheer for. I mean, Corey Dillon was breaking records when no one wanted to talk about the Bengals, and everybody made fun of me. And Bengals with a U. I'm not going to say the word. And yet I could hold my head high, like, oh yeah, my man Dillon broke the. And then to be able to get down to training camp with a buddy of mine once I was able to drive, and I'm searching for that photo. I'm going to find it one day and have him autograph a photo. If somebody catches him autographing the photo or the football and then sends me the photo, he was there. He was there getting his jacket. Jacket looked good. He looked good. He had the black fedora on, and he was ready for that jacket. So, of course, Tim Crumright too. Tim took a little lap around first, and Tim had his family there. And we all started chanting Tim, and his family's eyes, they lit up. They loved it as much as Tim loved it. And they're videoing everybody cheering for Tim. It was great. It was just again, just like TJ said, thank you, Brown family, Blackburn family, for this Ring of Honor. We wanted it for so long, and it's so much fun to be able to honor these guys that way.
It was cool. I mean, people ask, like, oh, did you get to go into the suite? Did you get to go on the fit? No, we didn't get to do any of that stuff, which is fine. I mean, he had plenty. It was more important that he had his family and his teammates there than they had us dumbasses out there with him. So it was absolutely fine. So the game is what it was. Go ahead. You got something else?
Oh yeah, would have never expected. I will say the one thing though, and I don't. Do you have time after 6:30 to talk about the game?
Yeah, we can talk. Yeah.
Okay. So because what I'm about to say, I could see, depending on who we have in chat, somebody might want to talk about the game.
We can.
But Jess and I, ran up to Taylor's suite. So,
you did get up there. Okay, I didn't hear this part. Okay, go ahead.
Ran up there real quick. Of course, I didn't want to miss out on anything. I finally got to meet his mom. I've talked to his mom on the phone.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna show her a little bit of the banks one time, and didn't work out and everything. But I was told, she's like, oh, you got to say hi to her. She loves you. I'm like, it's what? That's just crazy. And got to talk to her a little bit. I hope I was friendly, and I say that because I was staring at the game, and we were driving, and I'm thinking all I'm thinking is the production team had a mic on me. They probably want me to be there, and like watch this be the most amazing thing, like right in front of our seats.
Right.
And I'm not.
And you're not there.
So, in other words, all I'm thinking is I have a job to do. Nothing matters except for me.
I had to go be Cap on Mike.
Well, not even that. Like they entrusted me to do a job, and I'm going to make their job easy. So they've got all the content they need. Like, even if I'm supposed to not have fun, which was not what they asked, but so I got to write a message later and like, hey, hopefully I wasn't too like disconnected, but we
I guarantee you were fine. I guarantee you were fine.
I'm definitely fine. Like I'm kind of freaking. I'm like, oh my god. But had a great time. Everybody was a little on the edge of their seat because unfortunately it was a close game there.
Yeah.
Ran back downstairs, which by the way, like, the second level of club suites ended up running past Corey's daughters.
So did you?
He was there. And then we went up to like the third level, and that's, probably giving up too much information. Everybody ignore that. La, 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 la. But ran back down and got a lot of looks. Saw one of our buddies on the Joe Burrow Foundation board.
Yeah?
He said, what are you doing up here? I'm like, yeah, they don't like people like me up here. Once again, full circle back to the red. Yeah.
You got kicked out the club again.
Exactly. And it ran back down and watched the rest of the game. And, obviously for a little while, just sat in silence and couldn't believe that last touchdown throw
Oh, dude.
was one of the best throws I've ever seen.
I thought we were going to win all up until that throw. I'm like,
I couldn't. I was numb. The throw, the catch, it was one of the most perfect plays. The degree of difficulty, and it had to happen like right in front of me. I'm just like, So ordinarily, and here's the big deal. Like, I'm getting a little bit of hate. I'm not posting a lot because a lot was going on. But after the game,
busy.
it's like, everybody's jumping off a cliff.
Oh.
And Jeff and I, Corey is on the field and he's looking up at me and he's doing this, and people are looking at me like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, "Oh yeah, I'll call you after. We're just trying to find what we're going to do."
Right. Yeah.
And the ending sucked, but I was like, "All right, well, we're going to party."
Yeah.
And we stopped by E&O. A good buddy of ours is now back. I'll make an announcement on that Twitter. E&O's a spot.
That was a good time. It was a good time.
Corey wanted to go to another spot a couple blocks north. If anybody knows Love, Joey Cook.
Awesome.
I guess works and helps make sure everyone's having a good time and have like Joey Cook is an event planner, he just makes sure everything's smooth, everybody's having a good time, everything comes together, everything's got the vibe that it needs to have. Every time I've ever been around Joey Cook, he's making stuff happen, and he's constantly smiling. He's just such a good dude.
He is.
So he ushers us in. And
well, the funny thing is, I got to tell you, this is the funny part for me. There are some other young ladies trying to get in, and Joey's like, he's pointing, he goes, "Yeah, let those guys." So
let the big dork in the neon suit and the big hat in.
Yeah, us two dorks.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, us two dorks and just got in. So we're walking by, and I hear them like, "How the fuck are they getting?" And I'm like, "Bye." So we got there, and I've not been to clubs, but I've never been to a club where you got a big couch, and also Joey's like, "Yeah, they're gonna be back there." Corey's not there yet, so they go to the big couch. Where's you, me, and Jess just kind of standing there chilling, waiting for them to show up. And just having a good time, and all of a sudden you see the entourage come in, and it's TJ and Corey and Levi and Takeo Spikes and Big Willie was there.
Yeah, Jeremy, we were basically groupie.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, that's a club I grew up in. Not that club, but that type of
club.
vibe. So
yeah.
I'm just dancing. I'm dancing.
I have videos of this too. He was dancing.
The Hubei is just hit it off with Corey's oldest Cam, and still today, Jess is like, "Oh my God, Cam is so awesome." Like, she just loved Cam, and they look like they were getting along real well. Corey was feeling good. The things that really hit home to me is like, he's feeling good. We're out partying, and he just kept saying, "We did it, man. We did it." Mind you, this is just the Ring of Honor. Just
the Ring of Honor. We're not done yet.
Bengals
We're not.
fans,
Yeah.
We
We're
feel
not done
like,
yet.
that part too. We feel like we're just the Bengals, just the Ring of Honor. It's not just the Ring of Honor. Like, that really hit home. Like, I knew we wanted the Ring of Honor because I knew that it would be something that people would feel good about being a part of after all those sacrifices they've made. But here's proof. In the moment where he could have said anything he wanted to, it's all over. And he just wanted to repeat, like, "We did it."
Yeah, he kept thanking us. I'm like, "Dude, we didn't do shit. You did it." Like, we didn't do anything. That's all. I'm like, "What do we do?"
A little surreal moment. But yeah, obviously hanging out with legends. I mean,
and they were all cool to us. None of them big time. They were all just, "Hey, what's up?" and talk to us. I'm like, I kept going to Cap. I kept going to Cap, going, Why the fuck are we here? We shouldn't be here.
I'm going to pause, Jeff, here, because if he remembers one time, I replied, because we belong here. So I have a self-deprecating sense of humor, and Jeff does also. But when all's said and done, we were all part of the team. Like, I'm not taking any credit for anything, but we were all just hanging out. So anybody in chat, this is not a tall
They all had something to do with it
tale.
too.
This is not fairyland where no one's every single person in chat. I have talked to most of you in person. Every single one of you would have fit in just fine.
Oh, yeah.
And one day you will. If you ever want to experience stuff like this, it's being cool. It's not freaking out around, stars. It's hey, you got the opportunity to sit there and chat with somebody. And there were moments, I mean, the music was loud. There were moments where I'd say one thing and like I'm not able to yell loud enough. And I'm like, I'll wave and fist bump. Like I can't. Like I am not going to sit here and try to yell directly in someone's ear. Tequila Spikes was seated higher. It was a weird vantage point, but he follows me on social media and his podcast, and I follow both of them. And I just wanted to give him hey, I love what you're doing. So I pulled it up on X, and I showed him. And just motioned to it and gave him a thumbs up. And I didn't realize that he recognized who I was. He's like, "There's something coming up that we'll like." I think he said Tuesday. So everybody, what is it? Behind the BTM, Behind the Mic podcast.
I think so.
BTM podcast. You'll look it up. Tequila Spikes. It's a really good show. He's done some good stuff with Bengal stuff. So
Corey's also Big Willie's got stuff coming out too that they did with Corey and TJ.
Big Will. Yeah. Man, it was cool. Yeah, Big Willie come up on the field and shook my hand, and that's always because he is a Hall of Famer. He's no doubt. Like again, I can't say it enough. I think us as fans, all of us, can influence a guy who might be on the fringe for whatever reason. I think. Because Corey didn't play his entire career with the Patriots, and he's got the one Super Bowl.
He's got one.
Exactly.
He's got one.
I feel like with the backlog, with how the voters look at this stuff, and it's all wrong. I hate it all. They would look at him as not the shoe-in. So I think us as fans can remind them, hey, don't forget, because I know for a fact, guys on the East Coast, the voters on the East Coast, don't give another thought to Cincinnati.
Nope.
TJ had brought up, Corey, Chad. Honestly, I had even forgotten. Like Tim Krumrie was on the edge of my fandom, so I know his greatness, but it didn't, like, hearing how dominant he was at a position where
if we were more of a respected organization in the NFL, which I hate saying that, but they, like you said, they don't care about us. I wish they did. Tim Krumrie would have been in the Hall of Fame. If Tim Krumrie played for the freaking Steelers, he'd be in. I guarantee you he would be.
We've got a lot. I mean, Tequila Spikes there is a lot to be said, but I'm sorry. Willie Anderson is just not a fringe guy.
He should have been in Willie first ballot, best right tackle of his era.
There's a bust, like the image, the ghost image of a bust sitting there right now. It was there before he hung up his pads. So I get it. We want to help. We want to push. Keep writing letters. Contact somebody. You want to call somebody? You be professional. Be polite. Remind them.
Don't cuss them out. Just call them. Talk to them.
With Willie Anderson, I've heard that the idea of giving up only 16 sacks without necessarily, because that's not a stat. That's not an official stat that they track. They track stats, but not
for offensive linemen. It should be
right. So finding video is hard, and a lot of the voters are not going to do that kind of work. So we can help in that regard. But I'm sorry, I will never say we did it when Willie gets in, because Willie's getting in. Willie
getting
is
in.
guaranteed. I'm telling you right now, he's guaranteed in the Hall of Fame. The fact that he's not there already is
a travesty.
malpractice, but they will get it. Like, he's just too big of a legend. He's just too good. It's too obvious.
Cap, he's
they will
literally
tear down the Hall of Fame if it gets to be too long before him going in.
He's literally the best right tackle of his era. Literally.
So him shaking my hand, I made a comment on social media about some of the videos that are shown because, like, I've done the cameo thing too, where you pay and stuff, and somebody said something somewhere, and Willie Anderson made a comment that I'm like, I feel like he might have felt like I disrespected him in some way, so I felt horrible. So for him to shake my hand, I was very fortunate because that is absolutely no way in disrespect. I just know after talking to some people around the voting process that some of the voters know when it's a campaign, and some of the voters they bristle at some of the new stuff. Like they're old school. They might like a letter, but if somebody is paying somebody something, and I'm not saying that that's happening, but if I go to
you're getting paid to say it. You're getting paid to say it. Is the way to look at it instead of they think it coming from your heart.
Because some guys on Cameo, you pay that, like, hey, say tell me why. They're going to tell you why, whatever you want to hear.
Yeah, you're paying you. Yeah.
And some of the guys on Cameo, they wear the same thing to kind of signify like it's a Cameo video. And to me, like, if I were to do that, I that would take away. No, I would want to contact these people, like, post on your social media. If you are an NFL legend that had to go against Willie and get frustrated and go home and feel like quitting because Willie pancaked your ass on national TV, you go to your social media and you tell them why. You help us out and contact. If you feel like it's disservice, if you're already in the Hall of Fame and you went up against Willie and Willie's a Hall of Famer, pick up the phone and call some of these voters. Help us out.
Help us out.
With us. So that's how I feel. But it's way too long. That was really cool to be around Willie.
It was.
And Willie's such a nice dude. And again,
and by the way, Willie has no idea who I am. He knows who that guy is, though.
You'd be surprised.
Everybody knows who Captain. You don't know who I was. Everybody knows who Captain.
And also, end of the night, I got a tap on the shoulder. Jordan Battle.
Yeah, that was cool.
Now, unfortunately, Jess was having a lot of fun.
She was.
We had to leave a little earlier than maybe I would have liked. I was going to go over to hang out with Jordan Battle too.
Corey and them left right after you guys did.
Okay.
So you didn't. Jordan and them. I don't know how long they stayed. I didn't see them.
I'm gonna hit up Jalen. I don't know if Jalen was over there too, but I'm gonna apologize. Like, sorry, we left. I wanted to make sure I got Hube out before I had to carry her. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a diss to Hube. Hey,
No.
we can party.
Yeah.
We can party, y'all. You don't realize how hard I can party. I used to be a professional. I haven't forgotten how to.
Hey, so I gotta tell you this. So you left. You're like, you gonna get there? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I seem like, I don't know, maybe it's 20 minutes later. But it wasn't too much longer. And Corey and them all left. And Corey's like, you good? I was like, yeah, man, I'm good. I gave him a hug. I was like, all right, you have fun. So it's 2-something in the morning. So I walk out of love, and I'm trying to get an Uber. I do it all. And this is the first time I've ever done an Uber by myself. I've been in Ubers before, but I usually have somebody pick me up. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not calling anybody to come pick me up. So, and plus my wife and daughter aren't even here. So I'm doing the Uber, and I get outside the club, and I'm going, holy shit, $50-something. And my wife goes, she told me this before, she goes, if it's really expensive, she goes, walk down the street. Walk down the street. So this is advice for anybody who wants to do Uber. If you're trying to get an Uber outside of Bengals game, walk a couple blocks and then tell them to pick you up there because it'll be cheaper. So walk down a couple blocks. Then I'm sitting there, I'm trying to bring it up, typing my address and everything. All right, now. Still not working. Nothing's working. What the? Why can't I get this to work? So I did it for a couple more minutes. Like, crap. So I couldn't get the app to work for some reason. I got to work outside the club. So I walked back toward there. And I asked Joey, I said, hey, man, you don't have to do Uber? He said, yeah, hold on a second. And then he got busy doing something that I think he forgot. So I'm like, crap. I'm like, all right. So I walk all the way back down the street again. So I'm sitting there trying to figure this out. Like, it's like, get later, man. I'm like, at this point, you'd left. I called you a couple times. You're like, yeah, you're already gone. You left. Corey left. I'm like, I said, I'm not walking home. It's too far to walk home. So finally, this nice guy walked down the street. I'm like, dude, I said, I'm trying to do Uber. I said, this is the first time I've ever done Uber myself. So he goes, yeah, man, come here. And he goes, put your address in. So my address. He goes, yeah, click. There you go, $19 going. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Like, yes. So I sit there and Lonzo, if you're watching, dude, you're awesome Uber driver. He came and picked me up and took me home. And I told him, yeah, it's the first time I've ever done this by myself before. So, like, I'm old. I don't use Uber. But if you do use Uber and you're someplace and I went for $50, I walked 2 blocks down the street. I went to $19. So that's my story for you for Uber people.
And if you have all of them, Lyft, I will bounce between the different apps. I will drop pins wherever and then go to the other app and do the same. And honestly, I can get from like $45 to $17 a lot of times, just with a little bit of time spent there.
Take it easy, Holmes. See you, man. Holmes got to go.
Oh, I appreciate you, Holmes. Yeah, I'm gonna rip through. Let's see. Yeah, Rebecca, we were friends in low places. That's funny. I've been that before. Yeah, Jeremy, no Diddy parties here. Nope. Dalton Stone, CD to the Hall. That's our next big effort. Absolutely.
Next
Augie, your Ring of Honor is Building Block Hall of Fame. I never believed that, because some of the people around the voting process that I talked to said that they really didn't care. The funny thing is, now I'm hearing a different story. They
really?
kind of care.
That's the way I've always looked at it. It's like if we don't...
Flipped.
Right. That's the way I always look at it. If we don't care, if our organization doesn't care enough to put them into our own Ring of Honor, a lot of the Pro Football Hall of Fame care. So that's the way I've always looked. That's just me, myself, looking at that.
Jeremy, yeah, inside I do fangirl a bit, but
we were fangirling in the club. Trust me, we were just keeping it together.
Yeah, you suppress that.
Because I put it, my big fangirl moment was when TJ got out of the car at Midwest Best, because I thought it was Corey and his family, which it was Corey and his family, along with TJ. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then the coolest thing, he walked straight up to me. And I'm like, dude, I'm nobody. He wasn't walking anywhere. He walked right to me. It was just cool as hell. So that was my fangirl moment for sure.
There are so many of these dudes. You know, I got one buddy who became really, really like best friends with an NFL player over hunting.
Oh, yeah.
And because my buddies are maybe a far better hunter, you know, he whatever deer he got for that season, like, you know, he'd give this guy and they became just normal dude stuff. You know, guys making how many millions a year and on the big stage. Normal dude stuff. Everybody is just like, now you're going to have your I don't want to say divas, but there's some dudes in the NFL that live a completely different life. I would always laugh with Adam Jones, because Adam Jones does not speak like your ordinary weatherman. Adam Jones talks like he is straight out of whatever rap video you've ever... I mean, and I only say it that way because, like, I get what he's saying. I get the vibe that he's saying it with. You can't offend me. Some of the F-bomb, like, none of that. Like,
that's the way people talk.
I get Pac-Man. I'll drink with Pac-Man. But to see some of the events over the years that I've been with, and I'll just say it, some of the older white people who would have given it. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, wait, what are you guys doing over there? Hey, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Go to the club.
There were some people you could tell don't get out much.
No.
And it's
it's not like I get out much.
so they might not ever have their Martha and Snoop Dogg moment. There are gonna be some differences out there, but hey, everybody in chat, there's an NFL player for you to hang out with. I promise.
Promise you. Well, Trent Irwin, he went down fishing with Maddie. He went this past summer. He went fishing with Maddie, and it was cool as hell.
Yeah,
So.
Dougie. Yeah, Andy remembers this. Yeah,
yes,
trust me. I thought about going in early just to give Andy a handshake because I still have a football where he and his wife signed for me, and I'll never forget him for that. He did a lot of good stuff for us. Claude Williams, all Bengals love, absolutely. Let's see, Augie, yeah, rather him, Corey have a ring than not, absolutely. That love.
Paul says pack the hoot.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's just like some people don't get out much. I'll just say it that way.
Oh my God! Why are you talking like that? You guys are dropping too many bad languages.
Travesty.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah, he'll get in. He's in. He's gonna get in. Augie, man, I love you, bro. Thank you. Hube's a sweetheart. At dinner, the first real conversation. She is. She absolutely is.
Hube's awesome.
Man, that means a lot. Thank you, man. I love that girl to death. I can't say enough good things about her. Like a lot of people don't realize. It's funny because there's some of the fan base who hate her because they think she's a bitch. And just because she might be pretty and she might do makeup for a game and, throw on fake eyelashes, stuff like it, which I'm the fan of the fake eyelashes. That's me. If I didn't like them, you might not. Well, yeah. I don't mind the,
Right. Exactly.
I
got a daughter. I got a 12-year-old daughter that does the same thing. So trust me. I know more about girl stuff than I want to living in this house now. All right, so Cap, you wanna yes, exactly. I put this up earlier. Yes,
thank you. It's gonna be a crazy year if we do. Rebecca, hey, good luck on the tips. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, Augie had goosebumps all weekend, man.
Augie was in awe. Augie had a blast. So you wanna okay, read that one.
Oh, there you go, Jared, Hunting Spot in Springfield. And the funny geez, I fell for that. God, I walked right into that. Like, did you? I was so serious too, and then it hit. Like, I bet that video's hilarious about the moment I realized. Nice, Jeremy. Got me.
I don't know. I gotta read that one.
I was about to start talking about Carson Palmer still owns hunting land. Jesus.
That's good. That's good.
Jeremy. Got me good.
I helped you. That's a good read that one.
Oh my God. I needed that. He got me good.
All right.
Yeah, the game. Anyone want to talk about the game? Because personally, I'm seeing a lot of the fire Zach. The offense didn't punt. There were opportunities. I don't think Evan McPherson is going to miss the first field goal. And if I did, I'm not paying Evan McPherson the money I just paid him.
Yeah.
And actually, at that point, I'm probably never kicking a field goal. I'm just going to go for it all the time.
I mean, look, the people who want to blame the offense, and I agree. We got to be a little better in the red zone. I do agree with that. That's not the reason we lost. Yes, if they would have scored a touchdown on one of those, yeah, we probably would have won. The Bengals defense did not stop the Commanders one time from scoring. They scored every single time. That has nothing to do with Zach Taylor, play calling, Joe Burrow, nothing. Joe Burrow threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Our running game, we ran for over 100 yards. Jamar had 2 touchdowns. I think he had 10 targets, something like that. Maybe 7 targets. I don't exactly remember. I'm trying to just top my head. It was not the offense's fault. It was not Zach Taylor's fault. And I'm not trying to really blame anybody, but the defense has got to play better. We didn't get a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. He had all day to throw the ball, and it showed. And
thank you, Becca, for letting us know the vibes and the spaces. The NFL spaces from our own fan base on X, Twitter, are phenomenal. I don't get to make them a lot. I don't know how some of y'all get in there during the workday, but
Ace and Zim are in there all the time.
that's good to know because, again, it is easy to think. You get into this toxic group of thinking in a thread or whatever, and everyone's piling on. It's easy to like, oh, this is where we're at now. It's really not. And I agree. We got to mix it up on defense. I am not sitting here thinking, oh yeah, we should have, because people wanted more help on the defensive line going into the season.
That was my concern. I'm not going
to predict that this is going to fall apart like this.
No,
we got a crazy amount of injuries.
I'll put it this way, Cap. When we win this Sunday, we're going to be 3-1. Guess what we were last year at this time? 3-1.
1-3.
Or 1-3. Sorry, 1-3. Yeah. Sorry, I get numbers flipped around. 1-3. Yeah, you know what I meant. When we win this Sunday, we'll be the exact same as we were last year. Like, well, we didn't make the playoffs last year. Joe got hurt. Joe doesn't get hurt. Like you and me were talking.
Think about it. Tyler Boyd drops a pass against the Texans, a touchdown pass against the Texans. Mm-hmm. If he catches that, we win that game.
We're in.
We went to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you can try to say, oh, well, things would have dipped. We could have lost another. Just everything as it was. If Tyler Boyd catches that touchdown against the Texans, we're in the playoffs.
And it's like you and me were walking out of the game. 10 wins would have gotten us into the playoffs last year. I still think we can get 10 wins. That means we can only lose, like, if you're right, if I remember what you're telling me, 4 games the rest of the year. We still have a very easy schedule, and I agree with TJ Hushmanzada. So he's like, well, on paper, it's an easy schedule. I mean, the Commanders, their offense played really good. So on paper, it's an easy schedule. I still believe in my heart we can win 10 games. We can make the playoffs. So again, when we win on Sunday,
the Bengals have won 10 in a row.
Yes, when we win on Sunday, we'll have the exact same record we had last year. Same one. So I mean, it's not over. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. I'll tell you, they got to figure out this defense.
Talking about defense has got to get figured out. Honestly, I think the biggest thing that's going to help is going to be getting guys healthy.
Yes. Which we don't know about BJ. BJ and Rankins were at the walkthrough, so take that for what it's just a walkthrough, but they were there doing stuff.
That's good. And you never. And I saw a lot of the DJ Reader stuff too. It's like you never know. What if DJ Reader would have gotten hurt? You know, is he really that different? It's so easy.
I love DJ. So I would love to have him. Yeah, I love DJ Reader. I would love to have him back, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. We can still win 11.
Yeah,
like
we can.
I mean, we could win out from here on out, which would be nuts. But you take a team. You look at the Chiefs winning last year. The offense was not playing perfectly well. They relied on their defense. Now, wipe out Chris Jones, or leave Chris Jones, wipe out the next best, and then 3 guys behind him. They don't win the Super Bowl. They don't. They really don't. You wipe out one position group.
Which is what happened to us. I mean,
I don't know about y'all. Go look for old Football Outsiders adjusted games lost. The dude that ran Football Outsiders, I can see his Twitter picture. I can't think of the name right now. He went on to do another one. It's like a fantasy thing, but they still do the adjusted games lost. Look at the impact. And they don't always necessarily look at the singular player impact, like the drop-off between Joe Burrow and then his Jake Browning. It'll be, okay, who lost what? The teams with the injuries wiping out position groups are not normally doing that well unless you don't need it. And I said on Twitter, in years past, if we'd have got our tight ends wiped out, you could probably plug in another body because we really didn't utilize them that much. This year might be a little different. It looks like we're utilizing tight ends more.
A lot.
But you wipe out somebody's offensive line or defensive line, you're going to hurt. You're going to hurt bad. That's where we are. So what do you do? How do you're going to sign a bunch of the quality players with big contracts to 1 years, and then when you get your guys back, well, what?
Well, what killed me, Joe, and I love Joe, who was coaching with me down Mall yesterday. He goes off on this tangent, and he's like, well, we got to trade or trade for some people or do something. I'm like, who? Who are you? The Bengals never trade for. Like, I asked him, like, who are you going to trade for? Who's going to give us something? I mean, And I love Joe, but I hate when you go on these fantasy things. Like, yes, if there's a trade that the Bengals can make, I'm all for it. But it's not like teams are sitting out there going, hey, there's this great interior defensive lineman. Here, take it for a draft pick. It just doesn't work that way most of the time. And if there is, cool. I hope there is. Now, I'll bring this up here. Brad said, unfortunately, Andy will be playing with a chip on his shoulder.
I don't think so.
Well, put it this way.
No.
The Bengals...
We already beat him. We already beat him in New Orleans.
The Bengals will be playing with a bigger chip on their shoulder because they have to win this game. I mean,
and I see why he said that. Like, it's not a bad thing to say. Like, I get it, but I feel like a lot of people forgot we beat him in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And honestly, he went out with injury in Chicago, and that's kind of what killed us. Like, we were handling it prior to that, and I'm like, so.
Well, Rebecca here got a good point. Look, I agree. I think Andy's going to play good. She said, I disagree. I think Andy will play like a man who has literally nothing to lose. Bengals. What do the Bengals have to lose? I mean, if they lose the game, I mean, theoretically, season's over. They can go out there and play with nothing to lose to because, I mean, it's such a big game. But it's like, if you lose, you lose. Your season's done. So that to me, I think it almost takes the pressure off of them. To me, because nobody's expecting anything out of them now. So, and look, Andy Dalton played great last week. If our defense plays somewhere close to how they played against New England or Kansas City the first 2 weeks, we're going to win. And our offense plays like it did Monday night, we're going to win. As long as our defense doesn't play anywhere close like it did Monday night and closer to what we did the first 2 weeks, we will win. Plain and simple.
Yep. Crypt need a player like DJ Reader and D-line rotate. Like, honestly, we've got a guy like DJ Reader in Rankins, and he's hurt. So, I get it. It just I like
to see the rookie too, McKinley Jackson. That's one I'd like to see too.
I don't see a lot of teams doing what we as Bengals fans think the Bengals need to do. I'll just say we hold our team to this level. A lot of us do. I mean, I will too. The level, Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. He graded in the 70s, and that's y'all know that's my mark for a win. This is one of the very rare times that we lost, and he threw his grade, passing grade was in the 70s. He needed to be in the 80s. And I'm not saying it's on Joe. Joe played a great game. But when you look at some of these teams, there have been times in the past where Pat was let down. Now, Pat's not playing that well this year, but Pat was let down, and Pat ended up having a PFF grade 85, 90 to overcome all the other trash around him. Burrow, I mean, defense didn't do anything, really. It was a bad game by the defense, but also the offense gets paid too. Jaden Daniels was slinging, awesome. Dime. There's no way he's going to play like that every game of the year. There's no way I don't think
95.
I'm not going to win. We're going to find another quarterback. Dude, that throw right in front of me to end it to Terry McCourt, that was a
dime.
Like, damn, that was a hell of a throw. Oh, and then somebody else in chat was like, yeah, we saw you on that touchdown waving. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying everything. Like, no, that's out of bounds. That's out of bounds.
I was thinking it was out of bounds until I saw his knee hit him like crap. So I'll bring up James here. He said, I wish I could be as optimistic as you guys. Watch the game. Guys, defense is atrocious. Okay, yes, Monday night, the defense was atrocious. If we get some guys back, which hopefully, I don't know if we will or not, we'll find out later on in the week.
Lou's going to make corrections.
But look at this. You guys are looking at one game. One game out of three, our defense was awful. Awful. They were. The other two games that we played, so we played two pretty good defensive games, one atrocious game. Our offense plays like this, and we get closer to where we were the first 2 weeks, we're going to be fine. That's the thing. It's like everybody's like, well, we played terrible. We were awful last night. Everybody sucked. Sam Hubbard's terrible. Pratt's terrible. All this.
3 times in a row. And, well, the referees took a touchdown away from us the first game. Mm-hmm. There a lot of people, not even Bengals fans, were upset with the call to end the second game. We could just as easily be 2-1, and then we'd have a completely different, weathering the storm on all the drama that we've had. I get some of the worries about Lou. I do. I'll say it. I'd love to see Battle get playing time, but Lou has proven that he's been able to pull us out of whatever we're in. I trust Lou. I do. I trust Lou.
All right, I want to address this because okay, I'll put it to you guys this way. Last night when I was on the show with Joe, I was really tired. My brain wasn't working as it normally does, and I hadn't seen a lot of stuff that happened, so I didn't know what CTB said. So Paul here says CTB needs to shut the hell up or back it up. Now, what he said was it's a nice college offense, which it is. They run it like a college offense. It works well. I don't necessarily think that was complete trash talk. Now,
I didn't either.
Now, he said something the week before. He backed it up, and he made one of the greatest catches during the season. So everybody needs to just, in my opinion, calm down. Like you guys remember Chad Johnson talking all the time? He used to do the same thing. Sometimes you talk and you get beat. It happens. It's the other guys on the other side of the field get paid too. All right.
I hate to say I called it.
I
called it with a CTV thing because I didn't take it as a knock at all. It's like, no, they don't ask Jaden Daniels to do much. So what it means is it's going to be about execution and who beats who. Mm-hmm. And boy,
they executed us.
I mean, they executed flawlessly.
Yeah. What? All right. So you can have, put it this way, you can have the perfect defense called against that play. If they execute it perfectly and he throws a perfectly thrown ball, you're not going to defend it. You can't defend it. And that's what Jaden Daniels did.
Yep. Way too many times.
Yes.
I'm like, how in the hell is this what we got to deal with the next 10 years with Washington? Right. What in the hell's going on?
And again, don't get me wrong. I am not, the defense needs to play a lot better. Okay, I'll clarify that again. They need to play a lot better. They are closer to what they did the first 2 weeks than what they did Monday. You know, and for me, it's confusing. It's like, why the hell did we play so good against Kansas City? And Kansas City's undefeated. I love, again, Joe, if you're watching, I love it. Joe goes, well, Kansas City's not that good. I'm like, they're the back-to-back defending Super Bowl champ. Kansas City's pretty good. And we went to Kansas City and almost beat them. I mean, so.
Kansas, yeah, they're still the champs. Like, don't let the score fool you. I hate it. But really, when they're playing their worst right now, and they're going to still win.
I'll let you talk. I got back. No, he didn't. The guys remember the Pepto-Bismol game in Cleveland? He got beat. So no, Chad didn't always back it up again. So sorry, that's not true. Love you, Paul. Go ahead, Cap. Sorry.
No, that was it. I got it in.
Okay. I just see the comment there going, that's not true. People, this is why people think that Chad talked all the time and he never got beat. Chad got beat.
This right here. Everybody, like, I wish more people watched this. And I gotta make a video to post because, man, again, my Chihuahuas, can you guys chill out for a second? I'll take you out in a minute. They're going crazy. Because, like, it's always, you got to make money on social media. You can't say anything against a team. Blah, blah, blah. The optimism keeps me sane.
That part.
If I weren't, I'd be miserable. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to get into work. But the stuff I have to deal with on a daily basis. One of these days, I'm accidentally going to not hit mute like I think I do. And when I start swearing at people, I'm going to get fired. It is so frustrating, and I have control of so many situations, and so many people around me are dropping I deal with that on a daily basis. I am not going. I don't care to go in and try to find reasons why whatever's broken. Blah blah blah. I'm going to be a fan. I'm going to be a different type of fan, maybe. It's not just a fit. Like I toe some lines. I'm never going to be like the news guy, but every now and then I'm going to have a piece of information. I'm going to hang out with some guys. I'm going to have some fun and hopefully be able to share some experience. It's not just in the stands, but that's how I approach. Like it is a hobby. I'm all orange and black. Like I love cheering. My head was throbbing to the end. We did not stop yelling.
Oh, me too.
We were mic'd up. And I apologize to that crew.
Screaming.
All defense. Offense, who knows what kind of conversations they pay. I can't even remember. Defense, it was all defense, just nonstop. I don't know what you're going to use that tape for.
That
It was just that all defense. That's what you get. I was dead. I was hurting. I'm not going to sit here and cry and get mad or frustrated or whatever, but I definitely am not going to. Some of the people that come at me like, oh, well, you're just not going to say anything against Zach. I don't believe Zach was the problem in that game.
I don't either.
People keep forgetting. People even talk about the vibes. The vibes are off, whatever. Zach protected Jamar Chase from major ridicule during a hold-in. People don't realize that was not your normal. Stop and think. That was not your normal situation, was it? A lot of people didn't pick up on that. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. It was not a normal situation. That was not a normal situation. I'm saying this for a reason. There are not a lot of that would not have played out the same way in a lot of places. We saw it in San Francisco. That did some stuff to help out the situation. Zach took some stuff on himself that he didn't necessarily have to take on. Zach shielded Jamar Chase from some criticism. There's some things that can change. There's some things that they can improve on.
I'll just say this, Cap. If you guys have watched the show the last 3 years when Cap's been on with me, and we always start off with slow starts, and me and Cap get all kinds of crap like, oh, you guys won't say anything bad because against Zach, and you won't say bad against the organization. Just remember what we've said, and just remember what's happened the last 3 years. I'm not trying to toot our own horn or anything. I'm just trying to be level-headed about it because, Jeremy, there was a guy that I said your real name, sorry. There's a guy sitting, I don't know how far back behind me, and he was screaming his head off about the play calling, and it took every bit of ounce of energy I had to not yell back there and just say, shut the fuck up, because you're not a coach. And the thing is, like, all you put it in there, that fans think they know better than X and O's better than the coaches do. If you do it so good, then go down there and fucking coach. All right? I don't.
I've got playbooks on my shelf.
I don't know how to coach football. All right? I'm just a fan. And okay.
So I'm not teaching any classes. I'm getting to the point where I want to be able to, and there's a little bit of a knowledge gap. So Augie, I won't say that all of us aren't the X's and O's. We all are to an extent, and that is part of my game that a lot of people don't realize. There's a lot more that I know that I do not talk about, because there might be something that I know specifically about our playbook that I'm not putting on social media, not because I think I'm important and why would an opponent watch because it is so easy to scrape the internet for data that if I were any team, I'd be monitoring every single fan account everywhere, because you never know when something's going to leak that no one else notices. I'm not putting that out there, but I've literally had coaches in the past text me something about one of the analysts' comments on social. They're like, this dude is so wrong. Here's what happened, and we'll send over film. And I'm like, he's like, you can't say this because they're going to know where it comes, which is true. Certain things, if it were to leak, they're going to know where something came from. This year, I said one thing that I got a DM about and was asked to delete. And you're not going to find it. But it wasn't even anything detailed. And I was asked, like, we don't want that connection made, because that connection, it only comes from one source. I'm like, I was given a compliment and I got overzealous. That stuff happens more than I'm going to admit. So
I'm gonna bring Crip up here. He goes, gentlemen, got a question. Jeff Jeremy, talking to the great Bengals past players over the weekend, are you worried about Burrow sticking around if things don't change going forward? No, not worried whatsoever.
I'm not worried now.
So I'm talking about the tough contract and all that stuff. Go ahead.
I can see another Carson Palmer thing playing out where Burrow wants something or becomes more vocal and identifies something. I think this time we help him out. I think we have. I think we've made some adjustments with what we're looking for on the offensive line. I think
the offensive line played great.
He's got weapons all around him.
Mims played great.
We even tried to get Chase signed early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. It kills me.
Egg on our face. We tried early.
Right, and people are mad at the Bengals. They reached out to Chase. They didn't have to, but they did. That's why, this front office stuff. They were trying to be up. Go get it. Go ahead.
Big Marshall. Yeah, we can only control what we control. Trust me, I could be miserable. But
I mean, are there issues that the team did? Yeah, like I said before the season started, I wish they had addressed the defensive line a little bit more. I was worried about the depth there, but it is what it is. Despite ways, we'll look at it this way: Kansas City has to do the same thing. Go look at their tackles. Their tackles are garbage. They didn't spend money on their tackles. So there's going to be parts where you have these superstar quarterbacks, and you get the contracts, and you got the wide receivers that need the contract. You're not going to be able to pay everybody. It's just the new NFL. It's the way it is. You're going to have pieces where you're not as deep in that area of the field that you want to. And unfortunately, the Bengals have got injured on the defensive line. Good.
So, Crypt, I know they know about all the creativity of the cap. So them changing, I'm not worried about. The thing that I am concerned about is that damn guarantee clause with the escrow account.
Yeah, change.
and I have not had any confirmation that that's an issue in a way that I feel good about saying we need to fight it. I want to fight it. I'm serious. I wrote something in the NFL about it already. But I have heard that there is concern because, again, you've got how many multi-billionaires who, Haslam's are what? The Flying J gas station, and
they're all over the place.
Got caught being shady and all this stuff. Like a lot of people, they just decide, I'm going to buy a team and let's have some fun playing Monopoly and whatever.
This is the Browns' business.
Yeah, it is the family business. They're showing the understanding that they need to have more revenue coming in with all the different deals that they're putting together. There's a lot of deals people don't realize. You go to Bengals.com and look at some of the partnerships that they've had that people paid money for that didn't even realize that was a thing. So they're doing it. But when you start talking about 220 guaranteed here, 140 guaranteed here, 100 guaranteed here, 60, 60, 60, 40, all sitting in an escrow account, I can't do that.
No.
And forget the million at the end of it. We're talking about like $240, $140. Like you start adding that up with all of us, like, it's just going to sit in an account for no reason. Hell no. That sucks.
Well, just look at the Cowboys. They spent their money on two players, and they haven't really spent on anybody else. That's Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. It's Cowboys. So, I mean, it's Jerry Jones is one of the richest guys, but there's other guys who own other stuff other than Jerry Jones. I think just owns the Cowboys. There's guys out there that have more money than Jerry Jones.
So there's definitely things that have to change. I think what we're seeing with the moves are they know it, and they're trying.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're being progressive. They're being aggressive instead of.
They're seeing it, and I don't ever want to think about. I want to see that family win a Super Bowl with this team. Tomorrow, next year, the year at, but if something were to happen where it's just untenable, it's not possible to happen. I don't see anybody holding anybody hostage. Like I've just got this feeling that they would find a way to bring in cash to the team. You know, whether it's a partnership, whether it's a sale, whether it's whatever. And this is no information at all. This is just my heart. I feel like that family is filled with good people, which somebody mentioned. Nancy Brown was in Lot E over at Bengal Trailer, hanging out with fans.
Yeah, that's what the first. Imagine me. Said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine me. What do I do? Nancy. And everybody.
This is why we got kicked out of the owner sweep of the Reds game. Corey.
I can't stop doing it. And she turned around and she had a little smile, and everybody smiled, and you know, but it was cool because no one like flocked to her. Nobody was creepy. It was just showing her love and stuff like that. And she's so great. Yeah. They're not going to hold anybody hostage. They want to win, and they're going to do everything they can to. I really do believe that.
And Crip, I'm not worried about the team in Cincinnati, staying in Cincinnati, or what do you mean by that? Because they have drawings of the new how they're going to remodel the stadium. So again, if you're worried about the team going anywhere, if that's what you meant, they're not going anywhere.
Hey, Tony, I can't say anything like against that. I think there's a lot of people. None of us know the bottom line. Nobody knows what their general ledger looks like. I think we can make a lot of guesses. Hell, they could be just rolling in cash, and they've got enough to guarantee every contract on the team. They're just playing those cards to, you know, make sure that they don't have to, which honestly, even if they had trillions, the escrow rule is stupid. Let these owners keep that money where it's going to continue to make them money. Find another way. Mirror the banking industry. And I'm telling you, get it out there. So, someone's going to say it. And, oh, my God, it's genius, and the NFL is going to adopt it. You heard it here first. Play it like the banking industry where you've got to show some type of health. Mm-hmm. So let's say, all right, based on your balance sheet, you can guarantee up to this amount. No escrow. And then beyond that, you've got to have an escrow. It would be a fairly simple situation to implement, policy to implement. Solves a problem. Nobody has to have all their cash sitting in something that's not going to earn themselves any money. How do rich people get rich? Making their money work for them.
Not being stupid with their money.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. But there's still some type of guarantee in place where, okay, the financial trouble, well, at least this amount is taken care of. If that financial situation changes, well, maybe the amount guaranteed has to drop. Maybe it has to increase. All kinds of stuff. And I'm basing that roughly on what we do with banking after the big crash. And everyone's got to be able to report some level of health. And if they don't have it, they've got to get their liquidity up to be able to prevent some of the losses. Problem solved. You heard it here.
Cap to the rescue. So you got anything else on here? If not, I'm going to end this thing. We've been on for actually 2 hours. Jeez.
Nope. Hey, everybody in chat, love you all. I mentioned Zach, and there was not a whole lot of hate.
That's one of the first times.
You've got to chat.
That's one of the first times I hear, oh, yeah, fires. Okay, the thing is, like, and that's what killed me in the stadium. People are saying, I'm like, are you guys watching? I'm like, I don't consider myself, I'm a fan. All right. I didn't play football. I love football. I know it from watching football. I can't coach it. I don't claim to be able to coach it. But just from what I watched, that's how I formed my opinion. And some of these people just kept going with this fire. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Defense is injured, and they play like ass.
I can't make any promises this year anymore. It's a rough spot to be in. If y'all feel bad about it, I'm with you. I feel bad too. But I've only got one choice, and it's cheer for the Bengals.
Yep.
And it's fun. Hey, I've been there in the lot after a really bad season. I've been in the lot hanging out with a lot of y'all like after 4 wins in the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It's fun hanging out with y'all. If other people have to vote with their pocketbooks and this and that, they're going to. But I'm going to be here with you all, every Monday or whenever we have to pull up. I'm going to be here in the lot. I'm going to be here in the stadium. Y'all want to hug, hug. If the game's rough afterward, we're going to be down together. We're going to go to wherever, have a drink.
Just don't come yell at us. Because that's the funny thing. I've gotten to the point where I get the guys at work are like get mad at me. I'm like, I didn't fucking play. Like, well, you said this is going to happen. Just give my opinion. Anyway, but it's always
you got me long haul. Y'all are stuck with me. So,
but it's always Who Dey for life, baby.
Exactly.
Always.
Who Dey.
See you, brother. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Cap is awesome. I'm so happy for him. Be as part of the PUFA. And next stop is Fan of the Year. So everybody try to get that out there so we get Cap of the Year. Cap of the Year, Fan of the Year. Get all that. That'd be cool. Thanks guys for the chat. You guys have blown up. We've been, like I said, we just had a lot of stuff to talk about, and I wanted to share with you guys what we got to do. And it was not anything tooting our own horn or anything. If it came across like that, that's not what I meant by that. I just want to tell you how much fun we had and what we got to do. It was great. But thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on ZTV, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch. You can follow me on all those, along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And when you guys go to Midwest Best, you can go talk to Tim and Nicole, and you can ask them how Sunday night was, hanging out with Corey Dillon, hanging out with TJ Hushmanzada, and all of Corey's daughters, and his brother, and his cousins. It was an awesome time. Why, guys, I go get you some Dylan Ender wings, some CTB wings, the original, the G-Funk. Those are like award-winning wings, by the way. The G-Funk, those are delicious. So go check out Tim and Nicole at Midwest Best Barbecue. Tell them Ice sent you. Also, we're brought to you by Meyer Window and Doors. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. Also, my West Side piece. Go check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game, right in the heart of Cheviot. Free parking, beer specials, food trucks, big ass TV screen. It's an awesome, awesome place. Again, that's Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Now, guys, I would love if you guys could come down. I know the Bengals are losing, but like I said, they're going to win this week. Come down, let's celebrate the first victory of the season. Live sports talk at the Moine Lager House every Tuesday during football season from 6 to 8. Now, that's what the show is. The happy hour goes from 3 till 9. What does that mean? That means $5 off drafts, house wines, and well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. Come down there. I'm working on some pretty cool guests, I hope. I got a shot at getting some couple cool ones. We'll see. Eventually, we're going to have Ted Karras is going to be down there this season. That is confirmed. Teddy K will be on my show at the Moine Lager House. So I'm not going to tell you what date yet. That's when you come down and enjoy it, and I'll let you know what date it is. Now, for the next home game, make sure you get your tickets. $75. People are like, oh my God, $75. I'm like, yes, but it's all you can drink, and it's open bar. Literally, it's an open bar. Whatever drink. People are like, well, how do we do that? Like, there's people walking around, there's waiters, waitresses, or you can walk up to the bar. You have a little wristband that says you're in the VIP room. You can go get whatever you want to drink there. It's great. And the food is delicious. So if you want to go hang out down at the Banks and go to the different restaurants, you can do that. That's fine. You're going to spend more than $75, and you'll get a way better deal here. So come check us out before every Bengals home game, 3 hours before every Bengals home game. The Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreland Lager House, the pregame experience. There's more and more people there this past week. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I know it's going to help when the Bengals win. That always helps everything. Winning solves a lot of problems. It's just true. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. And then Friday. And then it's the weekend. And then the Bengals are going to beat the Carolina Panthers. I can't wait. Ready? Throw it up. That's your sports, baby. See ya!
They still gotta play us. Let's go, baby.
Woo!
Hey, don't run that ball on the one Hubbard, showed you how that go down. Feeling like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. And we always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Jaceki in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi second year, we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.